What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Thursday, so we're racing today. We've got the Driveway Series, nation's biggest weekly crit. We've got two races tonight, the 2-3 race and the P1-2 race. I actually raced last week and did pretty well. Got a podium in the 2-3 race and got 11th in the pro race. Unfortunately, GoPro turned itself off like 35 minutes into the 2-3 race, so I actually missed the last like 5 laps and don't have that on camera. So, oh well, there's always another race, always another week. This is also a big race weekend. This is the Davy Crockett Classic. So I'm racing twice tonight, chill day Friday, and then we've got a 65-mile road race and a 7-mile time trial on Saturday, and an 81-mile road race on Sunday. So gonna try and manage fatigue as much as possible and get as good of a result across the weekend as I can. Probably will make it into a couple of videos. We're gonna be driving out a couple hours east to the Davy Crockett Classic, and we've got an Airbnb for the team, so maybe we'll make a vlog out of the weekend. But I'm just spending a nice morning getting ready for the day, not riding this morning since I'm gonna race a couple times this evening after I go to work and wrench on bikes all day. So we'll see you after work today and get into racing at the Driveway Series. While at work, I had a small adjustment to make to my bike. The bike came with a 160 front rotor, 140 rear rotor setup, which is not what I ran on the CAD. I ran a 160-160. So I was not able to move over my rotors to the bike whenever I built it up, at least the rear rotor. And I didn't want to run Ultegra rotors. I know that they are the exact same weight as the Dura Ace, but they don't look as good. So I ordered a 140 millimeter Dura Ace rotor, which is the exact same weight as the Ultegra rotor, just has the thermal paint, and got that installed. And man, looks a lot better, in my opinion. After work, I hopped on the bike and rode over to the driveway. Ellis brought some of these nose strips for us the other day, and I decided to try it. Honestly, made a pretty significant difference on my nose breathing. I've got a deviated septum, so it helped quite a bit. Here we are jumping straight into the 2-3 race. This is probably 20-25 minutes into a 45-minute race, and we've got a breakaway rolling. We've got the break started with me and 3 other guys, but a few more people bridged up and caught us, so we had a group of, I believe, 9 rolling right here. We had been rolling for a minute, and it was pretty tough effort, but here Archer goes, and I can't really go with it. So the group splits again with Archer, Carson, and Sam getting away, and then later on Jesus bridging up to them. So after this, it was first 5 of us and then 4 of us rolling together, aiming to try and stay away from the field. Kuya was here, and Kuya is on Night Owls, so is Sam, who was in the front group of 4. So Kuya wasn't really doing any work, which was understandable at first, but was frustrating. Eventually, once we had a decent gap to the front group and we weren't really closing, I petitioned Kuya to help us at least stay away, and he so graciously obliged, and did his turns for the rest of the race. This is a tough course, and it was really windy, so the field was split. It almost felt like there was a headwind the entire time, but really this was the only section of tailwind, and it was uphill and pretty sheltered, so didn't get really much benefit out of it. And I'm pretty committed to this effort. I want it to stay away.
Here's the second group. They're fighting for fifth with 2 to go.
So every time we get on the front, I'm pushing into the 180 heart rate and just wanting to keep away from the group behind us. We're going into 2 laps to go here, and we've got a pretty big gap. So on this lap, a couple of games start to get played. You can see from that clip how far away the gap is, and then there's probably 15 seconds to the front 4 guys ahead of us. As we're going down the corkscrew, we've got, now it's just the 4 of us. We had one of the guys get dropped, and you can see this guy is coasting on the front instead of pedaling. This is what I mean by games are starting to get played. People are wanting to conserve because we're probably not going to get caught with this lap and a half to go, especially with such a short course. And here Kuya goes. Kuya sends a flyer up the side, and I take note of 2 things. First, Turner stands up and then sits right back down. He can't follow Kuya, so that's a good sign for me. And then second, I close Kuya pretty easily, which lets me know that either he wasn't wholeheartedly sending that attack, or that I feel better than he does. So I close up to him and I just sit on him. Run into the last lap, and there's a huge gap between us and the pack. We've got plenty of time to play with, so I'm not going to do really any effort. Let people roll through. No one really wants to take the front. We go wide. Going pretty slow here, but I'm not gonna pull at all for this last lap. There, both of the guys get ahead of me, so I'm sitting right now last wheel, probably about to be, yeah, Turner goes ahead, and the other guys are doing the same thing as me, filtering back. As long as I have a draft into this headwind section, and Turner is definitely a draft, then I am good. So we're rolling pretty slowly into the corkscrew. Most of the time we've been going at probably 3 miles an hour faster than that, and that's fine. This is letting me chill out. You can see the heart rate is quickly going down as we're just chilling. But I decide to launch an attack pretty much at the same place as Kuya did last lap. And here I just drop a bomb. And I don't look back at all. I send a move up, hear Kuya yell, which I took as meaning he couldn't go with me. And probably about right here is where I take a look back and see I've got a huge gap. So I tuck in and head down, keep going. This is the kind of effort I'm really good at. It's like 1 to 3 minute effort, and each of these laps are probably only a minute and a half. So this is good for me. Come flying around this corner right by the audience. There, Ellis caught a video of me from the sideline.
Canton, he's going for, he wants that position.
Kent wants fifth. He got third last week, fifth this week.
And we finished the race with 5th place. Not quite as good as last week's podium, but I will take it. We chill here with a couple homies for an hour or so until we hop right into the pro race. Now, I'm only showing the last lap of the pro race because I wasn't mixing it up nearly as much in this race. I was pretty tired, and I was just sitting in trying to not get dropped really. But this last lap is pretty hectic. So we're running into the corkscrew, going downhill, and speeds are decently high, and everyone's tired and everyone's antsy for the final move, and you can tell. So we run into the bottom turn of the race, stand up the hill, and essentially it's a sprint up the hill to try and just find a position, and boom, this Squadra rider, or actually I think it might have been Abel's. Their kits are so similar it's hard to tell, but he's just shot out the back of the field like a cannon. Kind of scary to have Archer go around, and he's coming right at me. But we tuck around this corner and we're flying towards the audience corner and then the final chicane. And I'm far away enough that I'm not in contention, but someone thinks they are in contention. And here I'll zoom in. Guy grabs a fistful of brake, slides out, bucks, and I run over a bottle. Barely kept it up. Get back on and sprint, but it's pretty half-hearted. Once I get up near the line, I sit down and Archer comes around me right at the line, so I get 11th for the second week in a row. It's a fun race. It was a fun evening of racing. Hope you enjoyed it. Keep an eye out for the Davy Crockett Classic video that'll be uploaded probably after this weekend, and we'll see you next time.